Okay, we are back. We went ahead and we've done a couple of quests in the Stormreach Market. We looked at the raid, though I'm pretty sure... I remember trying the raid solo way back when, and I could do it, but it wasn't easy by any means. So that just seems like a horrible idea. We've done a couple of quests in the Stormreach Market. We looked at the raid... Okay, a little bit of a feedback loop there. I don't know if anyone heard that, but it was on my side. Okay. So we're just logging into the game. Sharn. No, Sharn is Eberron. Sharn Syndicate. Actually, that's a good quest line. I wonder how far off we are from that. So the Sharn Syndicate, I believe Sharn is a country, but the Sharn Syndicate is like a crime family, kind of like the Mafia. Okay. So it seems to be having a little bit of lag. Let's see what's going on here. Doesn't seem to be loading at the character. Okay. And it looks like it just crashed. Okay. No problem. I'll just relaunch it. So yeah, there's a quest line involving the Sharn Syndicate that I want to say is like 5 to 7, which falls right into our level range. The nice thing about it is it seems to have... It's one of the better places for newbie equipment, because it'll give you bound to account weapons at the end of the chain that are not amazing. I mean, they'd be following the same pattern. Obviously, they'd be amazing for pen and paper at this level range, but not so amazing at the DDO level. They're functionally the equivalent of like +2 weapons. They're usually like +1 something with an enchantment. But the nice thing about them is they're all bind to account and have no minimum level to use. If I remember correctly. There we go. There's a sexy beast. So they become one of the best newbie weapons. Or at least did. Before Kenneth Crafting, made newbie weapons where you could make a +0 holy greatsword, which just destroys everything. Because holy's 2d6, most of the early stuff is evil. Okay, so let's go ahead and look. I think I remember where the Sharn Syndicate is, at least an idea. So let's see if there's anything over that way. So, I mean, we're not using weapons much. Oh, weird. I'm seeing our orb. I don't remember seeing that before. Maybe it's always been there and I just never noticed. Hard to say. Oh yeah, we got our new bag slot, which is always great. We still need to get some regular bags. So I remember it being like this area, the northwest. But my hope is that if there is any like warlock specific weapons, anything that increases their blast, that it might have been added to that. 300 experience points and a potion of stone skin. Huh. I'll take stone skin. Okay. Olistar Binder. Please someone help me. They have my family. Calm down. Start from the beginning. I came home today to find the Sharn Syndicate holding my family. Then they told me to bring them my life savings. I'll gladly give everything I own to keep my family safe, but I don't really think the Syndicate will let them go. I don't know what to do. No one in this forsaken city is strong enough who cares enough to rescue my family in the Binder home. It's lucky for you that I came along. I'll bring your family out safely. Okay, level 4, so I am in the right level range. I kind of remember this place being trapped, but I don't know how important that is. So we might wipe horribly. Do you have the money? Let's see. How much was it? Haven't you read the note? 50,000 gold? Oof. I apologize, but my guild doesn't negotiate with terrorists. Any last words for the record before I bash your skull open? When in doubt, blast it out. Oh, I should have used some buffs. Okay. Now let's blur. Let's run speed. Detect doors, and it seemed like they were using acid. So these doors all look locked. We do have our new knock spell. Success. Nice. Ow. Okay, so we need to defeat the Sharn thugs. There's 8 of them. Okay, and find members of the family, which I haven't seen so far. Let's knock. Stupid grease. Okay, that's her. I'm gonna wait for the grease to wear off because... oh, everyone loves grease. Okay, and I pulled a lever that I can't unpull. I don't know what it does. Okay. Thank you. One of the others, are they safe? Stay here, I'll be back. Oops. No, let's knock it open. Which is apparently a d20 plus my level plus my stat mod, which is what I was thinking. Which is just so much worse than what an actual rogue can do. Because they get, what, their level plus 3 plus their stat mod, just in, which is dex for them, just in base, plus open lock items, which aren't a thing in pen and paper, but are a thing in this game, and pretty important. Actually, you know what? If you're just gonna fight anyway, come with me if you want to live. We're gonna take you to the exit. Ow. Why did I take damage twice?
The angle on Aliobenda's face shows that she deeply wishes to fight the Sharn Syndicate, but her loved ones need her more. So Althea leaves the Benda home to meet her counterparts.
Knock, knock. Yeah, so I rolled a 1, but the plus 10 was enough to counteract it. So this would be one of those examples of... yeah, so that would be an example of one of those... where like it's you just need someone that can pick locks. And I don't know. No, don't shoot that. Follow me. Why are you not following me? Do I have to Of course I do. But yeah, so there's a lot of locks that are just there. You know, zero, functionally zero DC. You just have to have something. So a lot of times it'll be the knock spell or some kind of class. I don't know if this is a 3.5 thing, but I could have sworn in Pathfinder and in 5th, anyone can try lockpicking. You may not have much skill with it, but you can give it a shot. Oh, come on, where's Gerald? And I could have sworn 3.5 is the same way, but it might be a trained skill only. Which I guess I could see. Cross class costs twice as much. Cannot use till trained, yeah. So being able to use knock, even though I'm running at best maybe a point or two, maybe, just because casters tend to have more points into their casting stat compared to rogues into their dexterity stat. But at worst, I'm looking at 20 plus points off, because you've got plus 15 picklock item. There might be higher than that now. You've got plus 5 picklocks, which I think is actually like a plus 7 bonus because you get 2 plus 2 for having a lock pick or masterwork lock pick. Plus there's like epic bonus, different bonuses. I believe that there's like enhancements that rogues get. I know artificers get them. So yeah, you're looking at 20 or more point difference. Which means that, you know, a lock that a rogue might get on a 1, a caster won't get on a 20. Let's see. Althea came running out a moment ago. Everyone's safe. Gerald can't stop talking about how you trounced the Sharn Syndicate. Grandma Binder says she'll bake you some cookies. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Hey, bracers. I think my bracers aren't great. Resist energy, acid. Always nice. If I didn't already have that on demand. Protection from energy, fire. Well, that one's interesting. And doom. So they're all spell clickies. Interesting. Also, apparently they're all bind to account and acquire. Interesting. I wonder if all the quests are that? I'll take that one just in case. I don't think I'll need it, but... Okay, let's see if we can find another one. Black Nose Quint. Ahoy there. Do you be looking for a little extra work? Commodore Bloodeye is short-handed over the Three Barrel Cove. He's always looking for lads and lasses to take care of whatever needs taken care of. Be your interests piqued? It is. How do I get to Three Barrel Cove? Well, first head through the south gate to the harbor. Once you be out there, look for Nadine Shipton on one of the piers. She's got a ship docked there. Just tell her you want to go to Three Barrel Cove, so Nadine Shipton, on one of the piers, and she'll have you there before you know it. Huh. A pirate quest. Maybe I should do that. I kind of want to finish up the Sharn, but if I can't find it... Let's see. You there? Yes, yes. I believe your blood might be pure enough for a dragon mark. The bloodlines of the great houses may manifest dragon marks of great power. If you prove your knowledge of dragon marks, I will determine if you are one of the chosen. Step into the hall of the Mark Dragonborn and allow me to explore your destiny. Oh yeah. So that was one of the interesting things with Eberron, is that humans would manifest, or not humans, everything actually, humans, elves, dwarves, halflings, would manifest what was referred to as dragon marks. Let's see. Argonosian has a keen interest in the dragon marks spawned by adventurers here in Stormreach. I shall ask you some questions about the history of dragon marks. If you prove your knowledge, then we shall explore your ability to manifest one. Well, here goes nothing. What two guilds are operated by House Deneath? Deneath, I believe, is the mercenaries. So I'm going to say defenders and blade marks. What skill does the rune of making improve? That's Caneth, so that would be repairing. Who operates the couriers guild and the lightning rare? I want to say Fjarlin for couriers. House Kundarak is responsible for what service? Banking. What house created the lightning rail and the Warforged? House Kenneth? Which race wears the mark of healing? Halflings? Where did House Drasko finally settle? Oh, I don't remember this one. Well, I'm in Stormreach, and Stormreach is kind of in the frontier, so it doesn't make sense. I'm gonna go with Sharn, because that's the only other place I recognize. What now lost mark appeared with the mark of shadow? Mark of death. You've demonstrated your knowledge, now I should delve into the prophecy and learn about whether you may bear a dragon mark. Yes, your bloodline traces back true. You most certainly have the potential to manifest a dragon mark. You can wait for it to manifest naturally, or you may coax it to appear early. If that is what you seek, seek out a mind flayer named Fred in the House Drasko Enclave. He has the ability to make your other latent talents manifest as well. Oh, nice! Dragon mark fix has been unlocked. I think I already had that. But that's fine. So yeah, dragon marks are basically... I don't think I can afford much of the auction house, but I might as well look. I want to see if there's any bags. Oh, nice. Large ingredient bag, large ingredient bag, large... I'm mostly looking for, like, collectibles. Gem bag would be useful as well. How much do I have? 14,000. Oof. Oh, that's so close. I almost have enough to put a bid, not to buy it. Okay, well that's good to know. Okay, but yeah, so there would be this manifest of marks that would allow you to cast magic. You could cast it like once per day, or twice per day. And by so doing, you were considered to be like manifesting the power of the dragons. Kind of, but not really, like the sorcerers. Okay, Guardcade. Citizen, the Stormreach Guard needs you. What is it that you want? The Sharn Syndicate, there we go, is using that building across the street as a front for their money laundering. I've got orders to close them down, but I don't have the manpower to do it alone. I need you to go in there and stop the illicit and immoral things they're up to. Okay. I knew the Stormreach Guard could count on you. Now that building is called the Shiny Shilling. The accountants are quietly shifting the accounts around. We can trace back the money, but the money launderers have to be dealt with first. Not really a huge fan of going after just like accountants, but sure. So like in Eberron, that's kind of how they get around the high level magic problem, because in standard D&D, high level adventures are rare. Like, you know, a 10th, even a 5th level, even a 5th level player, wizard or whatever, is considered a huge force. Something that's a force to be reckoned with, which is part of why the players actually have a role in the world, because the fact that they're like, a 3rd level barbarian actually means something. It means that they're actually good fighters. if every guard was a 5th level warrior, then that means that,
Doors bookcase swings
you know,
open,
they're
revealing
kind
a
of
material
useless.
sarcophagus on the outside
But at the
wall.
same time, um, every oh, I can't. Apparently, I have to do things the hard way.
The door ahead is barricaded from the other side, but the mining
But at the
operations
same
remain
time, every
silent.
temple
The
has a
Sharn Syndicate
cleric that can raise dead,
operates in the tunnels
cure
underground.
disease, all that kind of stuff, which kind of goes against the whole low level. And of course, there's the old trope about how the barkeep of every bar is a retired monk, retired 20th level monk. So part of how they do that is through these dragon marks.
The accountant's
So there isn't, an army of clerics that are
full-blown
keeping people healed up.
look like the
Rather, it is House Jarasco, which I believe are the halflings that have the healing marks. And once they've manifested the highest mark, they actually have access to the heal spell once per day. And so they don't have all the spells and all the other stuff that comes along with it. But at the same time, at the same time, I don't know why she was giving me so much trouble. They still have a somewhat miraculous way to get magic. And then they have, technology. And then they have technology, because that's Eberron's whole shtick, is that arcane magic can be duplicated with technology.
The strong room door is not secure. You can break it down, but a stealthy entrance would make your mission easier.
Okay, so I've killed him. And so, as players, you can use feats in order to get the dragon marks. Or, in terms of lore, basically it was your bloodline and you would manifest it. So, for example, someone might have the greater dragon mark of healing, I believe, I should reread it, at, level 16 or so, and be considered a prodigy or whatever, even though they're only a level 1 commoner. Whereas an adventurer wouldn't be able to have the dragon mark until level 9? 6? Let's see. Feats are every 3 levels in 3.5, so yeah, 1, 3, 6. Yeah, level 6. And, that's by spending all of his feats. There might be some exceptions, probably a prestige class or two. But I don't think there's many. Like, for example, warriors, although they get a lot more feats, I believe their feats have to be spent on combat feats, which the healing marks, or the dragon marks are not. And so, I talk about the healing ones just because I know those ones. But there's, like, marks of repairing, which are used for crafting. There's marks of shadow, which has, like, blur and displacement and shadow walk, I think. Now, of course, in pen and paper, it's not a bad idea. So these are all bind to account, but they don't look super interesting. So I'm just going to sell them anyway. Okay, so what else am I missing? House Denith. Let's see. Life's bloody and fair, that's what it is. I'm just warning you to stand up, I can kick your ass and knock you down. Better just stay down with my barrel of grog. Sounds like you've had some hard times. Care to talk about it? Me and my brother scrimped and saved every copper piece we earned to buy our own saloon. And what for? Just so the Sharn Syndicate can come along and take it. They're on their way to the Dragon Tail Saloon right now, and they'll kill us if we haven't left. I've got half a mind to stay and fight. You should definitely fight. Okay. I think these are the 3 Sharn Syndicates I need to unlock the final one, but we'll find out afterwards. Okay, so he's upstairs. So we have to protect Maxwell, and protecting Rance is a side thing. It would be nice if they stayed in the same place. Hey, Human Exterminator. It's a rough title. And ransack bonus, because nothing says like I'm gonna help you protect your bar like going out of my way to break things. So, you know, in pen and paper, being able to have like the warrior or the ranger or whatever pull out a heal spell or high level stuff was useful. Even in pen and paper by itself, it was kind of considered weak. So usually it was accompanied with prestige. So like if you had a greater dragon mark of, say, House Deneve, which is the mercenaries, like you would be considered to be a good fighter. Like that would be a sign that you have prestige. And so it was kind of a half social, half or half roleplay, half whatever. And I believe that there was also like prestige classes that required you to have greater dragon marks, and you know, it was a big thing. Of course, in this game, you can't really do the prestige. At least as far as I know, there's no quests that involve it. So basically, it's just, hey, how many feats are you willing to burn to get a heal spell once per day? And therefore, was never really popular. There was a few builds here and there that used it, but for the most part, the advice was just get your use magic device high enough to use heal scrolls, or just drink potions. Which is, I mean, kind of fair. I think they might have tried to do something with the dragon marks. At higher levels, but I don't recall anything right off. Okay, let me see. It doesn't tell me. Because they told me where to go to Fred, I believe it was. And he'll let me swap feats out, so I might be able to use that to swap out my toughness for like a caster feat, but I don't know what feat I want. Probably either in power magic, which I believe is less than maximize. So it's going to give me less of an overall benefit. Or maybe quicken? I do seem to have an issue with stuff not landing. That was super disappointing. Okay, that's my new cooldown for anyone that didn't see what I was doing. It seemed to take longer to cast, took longer to kick in, did less damage. Apparently it stacks? I hope it stacks. So that's something. And you know, when I run into a boss, throwing everything at it, though on normal at least, these bosses are kind of just going down like nothing. With just 1 or 2, I don't think I need all 3 of my clickies. But it would be interesting to fight something super high level. I don't think it's going to scale very well. fact, I don't think it scales at all based on level. Like, yeah, I think it's just a base amount of damage. Then it's multiplied by spell modifier. Oh, jeez. Maxwell, you're so low. Bugger all. I don't have a heal spell. No!
Excellent various shards, but our Lord slapped the crusher. If he's the one after the dust settles in your hero,
Jeez.
the Sharn
That was way too
Syndicate
close.
attacks are full. You and the staff of brothers are next step.
Nothing. But yeah, in a game like this where there's just so many fights per rest and so much that you can get from things, just it's never really worth it. So I think they were trying something. Charisma +2. Or yeah, let's do Charisma +2. That raises me to 21. And shoot, I could have sworn there was more Sharn. Kyber take the devils. They open portals right into our barracks. Wait, what? We'll get everyone out, thank the host, but they can't just let the devils have this building. If they get a foothold, the rest of Stormreach is in danger. Is there anything I can do? You can go into the market barracks and kick the devil's teeth in. That's what you can do. But I don't recommend it unless you're really strong and have friends watching your back. You have no idea the powers of my companions that I possess. We'll take care of your devil problem for you. Devil Assault. So an extreme challenge and level 6 / 18 / 12? Interesting. Oh, Reaper mode is... that's right, I was wondering what Reaper mode was. Reaper mode is designed for a very experienced, highly skilled party where the dungeon tries to actively kill you. Isn't that usual? Treasure rewards inside the quest will be as if the level of the adventure were increased by 2. What if I do 10 skulls? That still says 2. And then there's epic, hard. Okay, so it's level 6. We'll come back at level 6, I guess. Ruit speaks quickly. You can barely make out his words. Thuol Mazmataz, a mad alchemist, has been perfecting his vile poison and plans to infect Stormreach's water supply. With it, you must stop him immediately. Please, you must help. Please, please, please. Oh, Mazza, what? Slow down, I cannot understand you. Ruit relays a more slow and concise explanation. Thuol Mazmataz is an evil alchemist. It's got to be the name. With a name like that, you've got to do something to get people to stop mocking you. That plans to infect Stormreach's water supply with his vile poison. He must be stopped immediately. Well, why didn't you say so in the first place? He will be stopped. Proof is in the poison. I think I did get that enhancement to boost my... Yeah, so +4 saving throws versus poison. With my 4, that gives me 8 versus poison. So, and it's an extreme challenge dungeon. Okay, we had no problem with those before. So let's do detect secret doors. Blur. Okay, and there's an optional of slay 40 members of the Quickfoot gang. Okay. Why am I taking acid damage? Whoa. Surprise. Just 4 guys, and I have to open that up. Jeez. So I pull that. Oh. Oh! Do not pull that. Holy shikes. This plays like a DM that is sick of his players. And it's just like, oh, you want a power game? Okay, 2 can play that game. Oh, now it's open, but it's also on fire. Awesome. Let's do fire resist. Can't do anything about force missiles. Yeah, there's a lot of you guys. Okay. Let's open that. Spider. Awesome. I suppose quest called Proof is in the Poison, having a spider or 2, I would have been surprised if there wasn't. Though I think that's more spiders than I've run into in the entirety of my adventuring career. No, I gotta turn that off to break the webs. Okay. There's so many spiders. And I've got to be taking poison damage because I keep seeing what looks like acid. But I'm pretty sure I've got acid resist up. Actually, I can look. Taint the blood. Acid damage. You hit, you hit, you hit. Black Widow hit you but did no damage. 7 points of damage were blocked by resistance. Oh, maybe my acid resistance was saving me. Okay. Oh. I can just... Okay, and we're back to swarms. Where am I? This might be super bad. Hypnotism isn't great. Okay. Really? Oh, my buffs are wearing off. Oof, acid arrow. Should probably refresh acid, fire, blur, detect secret door, potion. Doggos. Oh, okay, that's not too bad on the map. These kinds of quests are kind of the worst. I have what's called aphantasia, so I can't like conjure any visuals in my mind, at least not consciously. I do have dreams and such, but and every once in a while something will just kind of like pop up on its own. But you know, trying to imagine something is beyond me. So, in games where there's lots, or in dungeons where there's lots of twists and turns, very similar looking things where you need to rely on like a mental map to keep track of where you're going, I am super screwed. The joke is I could get lost going in a straight line, which is accurate, and I think I may have, no, yeah. Fortunately, if there's a map like that, I'm not doing too bad. Apparently my face covers up the map, but that's fine. All you need to really know is that there's a map. I'm the one that's getting lost. I'm sure you guys are like, how could you get lost? It's pretty straightforward. And yet, here I am. However, if I start running into areas where like it's multiple levels, 3D maps, stuff like that, that's where stuff starts really getting bad. There was a couple quests that I remember that had like 3D maps, and there was one, I'm trying to remember which one it was. It was notoriously like bad. No one wanted to run it. It was a huge pain. And I got so lost so easily in there that I used to always have to like have a printout or on a second monitor once I had that of the directions on how to get through. So it'd be like, go up 3 floors, okay. Now you're gonna do this, okay. Now go down 2 floors, okay. And I actually ran it enough that I memorized how to get through it. Not memorized the map, because that wouldn't help me at all. I literally memorized the step-by-step of like this 30-step process just because I ran the quest so much. And I was so happy with that. So happy that for once I wasn't the one getting lost on quests, that I used to run that quest all the time. Even though, it wasn't considered super good XP, it wasn't really popular, just because I could. Because for once I wasn't the one getting lost, I would run it all the time. Hey, potion of killing one. Makes up for like one of the 30 that I've used. Yeah, I've got 37 kills left out of the 100. So it means I've already killed like 70 of these guys, not including all the spiders that I've killed, not including the dogs. And I still haven't hit a rest shrine. This place is hardcore. So I got a key. Just something, and apparently turned on traps. Great. Acid, fire, displacement, detect. So yeah, that's my 3rd casting of those, so I've been in here for about 10 minutes. Oh, and apparently I never used my expeditious retreat, so might as well use that now. Okay, so those are all closed doors. I don't know where this key goes. but let's look at places we haven't explored yet. Yeah, I'm at 121 breakables and don't have anything yet. So, okay. Quick caster.
This door is locked from the game entry.
Slimes. Of course. And if I was using regular weapons, man, a slime at this point would be just the worst. 4 of you guys? What the crap? Bugger all. Not able to hit him with my cooldowns, so let's turn on blasting. Maybe we can blast him. There we go. Yeah, just the sheer number of enemies combined with traps, combined with so much. Okay, I guess I need to get over there. Oh, car! Jeez. Oh, what the crap? Why am I taking damage still? What the... I was standing on the pipe. Acid hit you for a total of 12 points of acid damage after 15 were blocked by energy resistance. That was doing 27 damage? On normal? What the... What? Well, I guess glad I had used the spirit cake. Okay, I'm still taking damage? What? Do I just have a permanent acid debuff now? What the crap? Characters died. What the... 10 to 60 points of acid damage every 2 seconds. D&D dice. Deal 10 dice 6 acid damage every 2 seconds? But I wasn't even on acid. What is that garbage? Okay. So I released. Now I'm dead in the bar? Why am I still dead? Your character has died. Another player or hireling can take your soul stone to a resurrection shrine to bring it back, or you can recall to your bind point. You died in a public area. What the Am I just bugged? Because, you know what? I bet that's what happened. I released, I immediately get... I'm bugged with acid. Of all the things to get bugged with, 10 dice 6 acid damage. Okay. Well, screw that. Let's go ahead and log out. And go back in. What the insanity? Got a free feed exchange, so that's good. Your recent deaths have left a mark on your soul. Great. In the next 2 minutes, you have 2 negative levels and penalty to will saves against fear effects. These will degrade over time, but cannot otherwise be removed except by resting or effects that specifically remove the trauma of death. Awesome. Garbage. I can't. What a bummer. And there is, yeah, just nothing I could do. Okay, let's buy something, I guess. Okay. So that'll heal hit points, and that'll heal spell points. So let's buy those. Okay, so that should speed things up. I'm gonna go grab something real fast. I'll be right back. Now, of course, I do have one of those fancy be right back screens, and I was tempted to switch over to that, just because I can. However, the starting soon screen seemed to have been what was causing the UI glitch previously, and I didn't want to. Risk having that happen again. Okay, so I've got 310. I do have an enhancement point, which I can use. I need to save one for No Worse Fate. So I'm going to want... Right, I'm going to want 2 for 1 more charisma, which would knock me up to 22. Okay. That proof is in the poison. Man, that's such garbage. Let's see. This was the very place where my boy Nat Gann performed for the crowds. That was before he disappeared in the Devil Invasion. What Devil Invasion was that? Oh, years ago, devils from the plane of Shavarath attacked Stormreach. It was terrible. Terrible. No one knew what the devils were after, but they destroyed large parts of Stormreach to get it. Why, the marketplace we're standing in was devastated. The merchants only have recently finished rebuilding it. And then there was all the lives the devils took. Oh, my poor son, my poor Nat. I'm sorry for your loss. Oh, it's not only my son that's troubling me. My remaining child, Nelgan, has never given up searching for her brother. Now she's found some sort of archaeologist who says he can find Nat. Who knows what misadventures that charlatan is taking my little Nell on. I would feel better if she had some powerful friends watching her back. Say, you look like a capable warlock. Would you take employment as Nell Gann's bodyguard? We Ganns are quite wealthy and can compensate you handsomely. You can take an airship to the Chronoscope excavation. That's where Nell will be. So Chronoscope, I believe, is the first raid. I'm pretty sure soloing it's not a great plan. Oh, this is the looking for group screen. I really like the way that they do it. It's probably my favorite looking for group system in any game. It doesn't have quite the convenience as the queue from like World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy XIV, where you say, hey, I want to run this or I just want into a group, and then they throw people with equivalent gear and stuff. Rather, what this is, well, so we can create one. So we pick a quest. So let's say, for example, we want to do Irestone Inlet, which I just saw. Proof is in the poison. Great. Then we can say, hey, we want to do it on normal, hard, elite, or reaper. So let's say we wanted to do it on normal. We can pick what classes we want, what level range that they have to be, any comments. So for example, this one is saying they're doing Waterworks Part 1 and 2 on Reaper 1. I believe that's what R1 stands for, or that would be my guess. They're looking for pretty much any class at levels 1 to 3. If they decided, hey, at this level we don't need a trapper, we can drop Artie and Rogue. Though generally speaking, excluding classes is considered bad form. So for example, let's say you were looking for a raid, you needed a healer. So you saying, hey, we want cleric, favored soul, druid, and then just leaving those. That would be considered fine because you're looking for that role. If I was playing, say, a paladin or a bard who is designed to be a healer for a raid, I might send him a message and say, hey, I'm pretty sure I can heal this, or I have healed this on Elite before, yada yada yada. But saying, hey, we'll take everything except we don't want any druids, is usually considered to be bad form. So then once you set it up, yeah, wait, no, oops, oh, now I messed up something. Clear quest selection. There we go. Say we're not looking for anyone else. Okay. So then what'll happen is someone will like double click and they'll get a message saying, hey, Dragon, level 5 Warlock, or whatever your spread is, wants to join your party. And then you click accept or no. Sometimes they'll send you a message saying, like for example, if they were looking for a healer, I applied on a bard, they'd say, hey, or we're looking for a healer, or hey, can you heal this, etc., etc. Once it's active, you can tell how long it's been active for. So, for example, this quest, I don't remember if there's a way to tell how many people are in it. But you can tell it's blacked out because I am not eligible for some of these quests. But it's an interesting way to do the looking for group system. I think, like I said, it's one of my favorites. It's really pretty simple. It doesn't make things overly complicated, but at the same time, where is the last syndicate? I could have sworn there was a chain. And I know that there was more at the end of the chain. Yeah. So it's nice, and you can see with some of them they don't even put quests up. They'll just say, like, Waterworks Part 1 and 2. This one's saying, hey, we're doing Thrask Arena, which is, if you're not familiar with the quest, you might join. Generally, that means you're going to be running Vaughn 1 through 3? 1 through 4, which are kind of like the prerequisites for the raid. Vaughn which I believe is Vault of Night, is a quest where you take on a red dragon at the end. And so the chain of Vaughn is leading up to that challenge. So Thrask Arena, I believe, is Vaughn 1. So then they're going to do Thranal. Thranal's another quest chain. So if I were to guess, I would go in there. I could send a tell saying specifics, but based on my experience, I would expect something like maybe 2 hours to run through Vaughn 1 through 4, and then take out. They used to also list who was already in the group. I'm not seeing that anymore. I don't know if that's a setting that I've got or don't have. Which is a little unfortunate. I kind of would like to know like what they've got. So Vaughn is a quest that very much likes having a balanced party. The most important being a rogue or some kind of trapper. So and Thranal is similar. Trapper isn't as important. But the question is, do they have a full team? Do they already have a rogue? Or is it just one guy soloing it? What can I expect? Okay, back to questing. Burgundy Tur, please forgive any rudeness from my associates. We're simply worried about a fresco fragment I recently purchased. It's quite valuable, a tempting target for the criminal element in the city. Okay, this does seem like Sharn. I wish to retrieve it from my deposit box, but it will surely be set upon by rogues on the way back. You don't need to worry, I'll escort this fresco for you. Truly? Kol Karan be praised, I assure you you'll be rewarded. My agent Zircon will withdraw the fresco from my deposit box. You can meet him in the Lord's March Bank side entrance that's at the west end of the marketplace. This seems like a horrible, horrible idea. Let me check these guys while I'm here. I hope you're up for some action because I need soldiers in a hurry. Notice that smell like a ghoul's breath or an orc's feet, but less appetizing? That's the smell of troglodytes. Dozens of them. They've blocked up the ventilation in the sewers beneath my house. I need those vents opened immediately or I'll lose a very important commission. If I remember correctly, this is a really tough quest. Let's see. My man Dargert will point out the vents. All you need to do is clear those vents and get out. So yeah, fresh in the air, extreme challenge. I've made a terrible error and I need your help. I had meant to keep the foul thing in my basement. I had no knowledge of the basement below my basement, but now she is free there. Oh, thank you, Red Fang. A giant spider is in the sub-basement of this home. I enhanced her with some spell work that I had been using, alteration mostly, but the experiment went awry when she was escaped. Find her and kill her. That just seems like a bad idea in general. But let's go ahead and run that. Red Fang's nesting grounds. Red Fang the Unruled is no common spider. Your mission of extermination will not be easy. Pile of skulls, as you do. Awesome. Oh, nope, you just decided to hatch. I just couldn't break you until you hatched. Or, I guess, not with acid. They have to touch you? So glass spiders are the worst. Definitely one of my least favorite enemies. Baby glass spiders aren't so bad. The mono glass spiders are horrible. Because what the mama spider will do is she'll lay eggs. And then those eggs will hatch into baby glass spiders. Well, that doesn't sound too bad, I suppose. I mean, as you can see, I'm able to kill the baby glass spiders pretty easily. Well, here's where the problem is. First off, glass spiders go invisible super easily. They have a really high stealth score. I think to represent the fact that they're like see-through. But much more importantly than that, they will sit there and just keep laying eggs. So you've already seen it a few times where, as I'm playing, all of a sudden there will be a huge jump in the number of enemies, and I get a warning, and then that gives the enemies buffs, and all that stuff, and harrowing, and all that jazz. So what'll happen, great, is I will run by what seems to be an empty hallway. But it's not empty. Rather, it has a glass spider in it. So I run past the glass spider. The glass spider aggroes on me, but its AI then says, hey, instead of chasing it, I'm going to spawn baby glass spiders. Okay, no problem. Well, instead of... I was going to use feather fall, but I don't have the cloak anymore. That's fine. Instead of chasing me, it keeps spawning these glass spiders, who move slowly, but they are aggroed on me. And so after it pops out a couple dozen or so, all of a sudden, I aggro something pointless and I get into a fight. And all of a sudden, I'm at red warning. And wait, why am I at red warning? Oh, it's because 3 rooms ago you had passed a glass spider without realizing it. And there's now 700... Bugger. There's now 700 glass spiders heading at you. Well, now I have to trace back and go backwards and follow this trail of glass spiders that die easily until I run back into the mom glass spider. Then I can turn back around, go back to where I was before. So it's not even so much that they're dangerous, though I have had times where, you know, it's an intense fight and all of a sudden that, hey, surprise red alert is the factor between living and dying. Specifically, me dying. But for the most part, they're just a waste of time. There's no reason to, like, have any issue with them, even if I'm playing, you know, a caster with air of effects and all that jazz. They're usually spread far enough apart because the mommy's spitting them out, you know, one at a time, that they're not a threat. Just, yeah, glass spider's obnoxious. They're probably not my least favorite enemy. There's some super annoying enemies. Rust monsters are one of the all-time classic annoying enemies. Usually I don't play classes that have problems with rust monsters. I don't know, I always tend to be weird. So it's been a while since I've actually played like a regular sword swinging character. Even, you know, my Scald had Metaline, which I believe protected it from rust monsters. I don't remember. I know Everbright does. But, you know, nothing screams, hey, this is going to be fun, like having all your crap broken. Air elementals are always up there. There's these genies you run into, and I don't know if they are the kind of genie that, like, is in 3.5. But basically, they'll cast spells, they'll be annoying. Where? But then as you're fighting them, they'll spin and become invincible to everything. And if you get close, they'll send you flying.
Though there appears to be a way through this box, I cannot see
Of course. And this is, of course, a wizard's basement. So why would there not be so many traps? Just so many traps. Stupid glass spiders. Okay, the scorpion burrowed. I want him to come back up. Let's pull this lever. Huh. I remember there being like way more traps on the ground. Maybe that's not this room? Because that seems super suspicious. Just, hey, free loot. Pull the lever. Yeah, I gotta know. Yep, there we go. Dang it. I do... Really? They just stop once I get up? Okay. Poison. More poison. Why do I keep failing? I've got a good DC. Wait. Why do I have +4? I should have a plus... Another +4 against poison. Isn't that what the whole thing was about? Was that enhancement literally just 25% fortification? Like, it was weak, but they decided it was not weak enough. So they couldn't even give me the +4 DCs versus poison. Okay, let's see. Gracious 4, Belt of False Life 5, Diplomacy. My buffs are fading. There's a spider. Another spider. That's acid and fire. It would be nice if I could just cast like a chromatic resist energy. You know, 5 times the cost. So instead of 15, it's like 75. But it just covers everything, just to, you know, save me some effort. And I still haven't seen Bile. I got the message about like a dangerous looking scorpion appears, but I haven't seen it. Okay. Oh, there he is. Oh, I must have seen it through the gate or something. Oh, that's kind of weird. This seems like it's gonna be super trapped. I'm expecting fire turrets. There we go. Okay. Ooh, secret door. Troll. Okay, fortunately the troll went down easy. Not that I'm not equipped to take down trolls super easy. Just loot. Like my Eldritch Blaster Acid, I've got an Acid and Fire DOT. My whole shtick is acid. I was kind of hoping there would be a shrine through there. Okay, and there's... There we go. Bedfang Silk Glands. So that's the last thing I need to do. So I'm going to break some stuff to try to get that last bit of XP. So I'm at 1157. Ransack bonus, great. So 1195. 40 XP. Not really worth it, but... Hopefully having all of his stuff destroyed will teach him not to magically enchant spiders in the future. Sneaking quick to jump. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish out. So we can talk to him. Let's see. Huzzah, you slew the beast. No longer will she haunt my dream. Hopefully I will be able to create some type of poison that will kill her offspring. It was simple enough, just a spider after all. What is it that you have found? I found another large spider at a swollen poison sac that I acquired. That is a remarkable discovery, friend. If I am correct, this is a sample of poison from the offspring of my creation. That would mean she is capable of breeding, perhaps at an accelerated rate and with increased chance of producing spiders possessed of powerful toxins. Terrifying. Thank you again, and be sure to put that potion to good use. So I got a potion. What is it that you found? A stinger that belonged to a very strong scorpion. Okay, potions of grace. Cat's grace. Excellent work, friend. I altered the poison carried by this scorpion through a painstaking magical process. Wait, this is not the same stinger at all. Likely not from the same scorpion. Amazing. It appears as though the scorpions I altered have been breeding. This is remarkable and frightening. Thank you again for your assistance. I assume we will find a use for this potion. Potion of Fox's Cunning. Ooh. Arcanium. Is UMD +1. It's a cool name. Okay. Ice Guard. Yeah, I'll take UMD over concentration and power, I guess. Okay, so let's do that bank job. Where'd my special goggles go? There we go. Let's repair and sell here. Because I did grab a bunch of stuff. Potion of Cure Moderate Wounds, that's probably good to hold on to. Nope, still want that Potion of Stone Skin. So I'm down to 25 light healing potions. Let me see, maybe he's got better healing potions. Nope. I'm gonna find a potion. There we go, potion vendor. Okay, so the Potion of Cure Light Wounds is 5 plat for 3 to 8. Potion of Cure Moderate is 6 times the price for 6 to 16. So twice the healing, 6 times the price. Doesn't seem great. And you don't have Potion of Cure Serious Wounds. Okay. wand vendor. Let's see. I can buy a wand of cure moderate wounds, but I only have a 60% chance to activate. Now, if I was smarter and had invested in UMD at level 1, then that would be 80. Still not perfect. Now, a wand of cure light wounds does give me 80. Okay. What the? Is that a dragon? Interesting. Okay, so let's use the side entrance for this absolutely not suspicious job. House Kundarak pays the Stormage Guard in response to emergencies. The bank closed before you arrived. Then why are we here? But my VIP account gives me special access. Follow me. Super duper suspicious.
Zircon proceeds through the door to the inner vault. This Warforged must have impressive connections to walk into a house of Kundarak vault so reliably.
Yeah. Now everyone guard me while I withdraw the fresco. Why do we need to guard you? You never know when some ruffian will try to steal it. Resist opening the deposit boxes. Yeah? I don't want to take other people's stuff. I want to thank you for being so gullible. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was expecting. Oh, these Kenneth crystals are pretty tough. But they seem to be taking a lot of force damage, so that's good. Let's see. You have the Sharn Syndicate's thanks. Goodbye, fools. Oh, let's see. I want to thank you for being so gullible. Did I mention the deadly security systems in here? When the guards find your remains, they'll blame you for stealing the fresco. Bad dog. Bad other dog. Oh, apparently I have to take out both. Can I use my cooldowns? There we go. Hey, finally I used my cooldowns. Or it's not just like only, it's actually using the damage over time. There we go. Stricken, actually, I don't think does damage over time. Is it just consume? Yes. So consume is... Okay, I've been thinking Stricken is damage over time and just did a crap ton on first hit. Now it's a single thing with a debuff. Don't kill any guards. Okay. See, now I'm wishing I had gotten the, Now I'm wishing I had gotten the invisibility. Dang it, stop.
Security bars are blocking the exit.
Yep.
There must be some way to retract them. The last set of security bars retracts, leaving the exit jammed.
Best guards ever. Aw, who turned off the alarm? House Kundarak only pays me to kill thieves when the alarm's been triggered. Today's your lucky day, you're free to go. Oh, those are the best guards ever. They literally watch you turn off the alarm and they're like, Well, I guess there's nothing we can do now. Fuck. Okay, so let's turn this in. Now, I'm hoping this is what I need to do to activate the last of the Sharn Syndicate. Because I don't see any more quests. And if something doesn't activate, then I guess I'm just going to Three Barrel Cove. Let's see. Dragon, I did not expect to see you so soon. Where's my fresco? Zircon stole it. That Warforged tried to set me up to take the blame. Oh no! I suppose I shouldn't have trusted Zircon. Ah well, what matters is that you're alive. You should be compensated for your trouble. Here, take this. Wait, you're not upset that Zircon stole the fresco? No, obviously he set you up. I will let him down. You needn't concern yourself about that. Here, you should take this reward and forget about the entire matter. Alright, but if I find out that you had a hand in backstabbing me... Yeah, obviously he did. Impulse is good. Armor bonus. Yeah, I'll take Impulse. Defensive. Oh, defensive. So that's sheltering, which gives me a bonus to mitigation. It's not bad. But I think I like Impulse. Now watch, it's gonna look horrible. Yep. Much less fashionable than before. Okay. So there is that chalice. I don't remember that chalice having lit up before. So I'm hoping that's the chain end. Let's find out. So Kier. A moment of your time, Dragon. That is your name, is it not? You see, I flew all the way here from Arganosin to pick up my new acquisition, a storm ring for fresco fragment, but I arrive only to find it stolen from the Lord's March Bank. Now I'm a reasonable being, so I ask you, would you kindly return what you've taken from me? I want to help you, but a warforged named Zircon stole it, so I don't know where it is. Ah, Zircon. He's a Sharn Syndicate underlord, is he not? This time, they'll choke off on the trouble they've bitten off. Dragon, there's a Syndicate safe house right here in Stormreach's marketplace. Zircon will be staying there. Repossess the Storm River fresco, and I'll forgive your trespasses. Go now. Zircon and the fresco in Goldstone Manor, between here and Remembrance Plaza. I mean, I'll fight you if you come at me, but yeah, I wouldn't mind getting my revenge. So repossession. Goldstone Manor. Let's see. Newly arrived in Zendrick, the Sharn Syndicate has discovered that the corrupt environment of Stormreach is the perfect place for them to take root and grow.
So this is what a life of crime and corruption can purchase. All the more for you to smash while searching and restoring this place.
Wreck the mansion's furnishings. Can do. Please don't hurt me. I mean, you seem to be invincible, so yeah, no problem. Blur. Detect secret doors. Expeditious retreat. A key. Seems useful. Let's see, so we can go this way. Lots of furniture to break. +2 combustive scepter of fire lore. Seems useful. Both are combustion 41. Fire lore versus sonic lore. Technically it's better, since I kind of have some fire spells, but not any sonic spells. So sure. Wait, why are you... grayed out. No, it's not. Pack leader's still DOT'd. Oh, hey, look! I can target them and see what buffs they have. Vorpal Rapier of Verminbane. Seems like... can only imagine the story behind crafting that. Okay. So these are usually important to know, so that's like a... squiggly with a squiggly... squiggly... I'm not going to remember what that looks like. I'm sure I used to have a name for it. But I don't remember it at the moment. Okay, unlocked the key. Kill them. Sounds like a great plan. Okay. So now there's 2 rooms. Let me see, I think... Oh, Ransack, nice. I think this one was blue. So blue was that thing curved with the 2 little bubbles on the top and the bottom. Okay. No, it's curved at like the top left. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. And I don't even need to know what the orange one is. I can just keep turning it.
You hear
There we go.
behind the walls being put into motion, followed by the scrapes of the Storm Reaper fresco is an indication of how Ziv multiplies his art pieces. That the items in this private gallery are likely stones.
Okay. Repossess 3 pieces of stolen art. Great. If I remember correctly, these are all super trapped. Dear Lord Burgundy Tour, I have the Storm River Fresco, and as you requested, I've set up Dragon to be blamed for its theft. Once you have my payment, bring it to my office and I'll give you the fresco. To open the door, you need to move one of the items in my art gallery off its pedestal. It's the one I showed you the other day. Do resist the temptation to touch the rest of the collection. All of the other pedestals are protected by traps, and I would so hate it if you died before paying me. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. So I take the note. Just energy. Okay. Nat Gurn's urn. The urn was supposed to have been buried beneath the memorial stone in the Stormreach marketplace. It was crafted by a master urn maker. Strength, Dex, Int, Wisdom. I have Dex. Examine the pressure plate. You examine the pressure plate while holding it down, but don't see any obvious mechanism connected to it. Gingerly, you tip the art object's center of gravity back and release the pressure plate. Take the item. Ah, no problem. The grail was reported stolen by the coin lord Varen Lassit's home. Some say it kept its memento of a long-dead enemy, whom he poisoned with this very cup. Let's try Dex again. Look at the item again. Take the item. Kaboom. Glad I cast Acid Resist. Oof, and that was with... Wait. 10? I should have 10 plus my natural racial 5? Right? Draconic Ancestry Black. Gain a stacking bonus to acid energy resistance equal to your character level. Yeah. Weird. Okay. According to popular folklore, Kamal was a merchant from the sands of Medicatron. He promised to marry his beloved, but instead spent his years traveling the world and amassing his fortune. When at last his beloved caught up to him, she cut out his heart, which had turned into a cold, hard gem. Dexterity. Fire. Great. Ark of the Truthful One. Supposedly this simple container was once part of the Truthful One's treasure hoard before the ancient dragon died and was resurrected as a Draco Lich. Electric. The polished dragon tooth was reputedly found on the remote island of Korthos. Hey Korthos! You can't tell whether it's real or a hoax, but it does pulse with some kind of magical power. Scorpion crown. I don't even know why I'm trying anymore. Let's just take them. Hey, I got XP. And took a lot of damage. Cabinet. Storm Reaver Fresco. Murderous. Oh, bonus to assassinate. Yeah, those traps are rough. I'm glad I was on normal. And then energy resistance. Missing either of those things, like doing that on hard and elite. Oof. Right, so I turn it into him. Or, oh, there's 2 check marks. Ah, you retrieved the Storm Reaver fresco. It is a truthful depiction of the Storm Reaver. With this fresco, I hope to better understand the Storm Reaver's role in the prophecy. I will speak with Coin Lord Yorick Amatu and make sure you are held blameless in this whole matter. Farewell, Dragon. May the Sharn Syndicate never entangle you in their schemes again. Garbage. That one's still checkmarked though. So let's try turning that in. Inventory's not too bad. You're back. I swear, I had no idea, Zircon. Save it. I have evidence you were involved with the whole thing. Shall I call the city guard? No, please. I can't go back to the city dungeons again. I just can't. Please, Dragon, I'll give you whatever I have. Just don't turn me in. So be it. An item of yours in return for my silence. Oh, free loot. 1200. The rewards of treachery. Okay. So Kier does seem to have a chalice still. And there's a chalice down there. Nope, that's nothing. Yorick Amanatu. No? Okay. I don't recognize you, pup. Whom do you serve? I'll serve you. Well, aren't you exuberant? But as you can see, I have all the guard recruits I need. Still, perhaps you can help me with something the guard has been woefully unable to do. You see, the Sharn Syndicate is moving into my city, and that's sure to destabilize the balance of power. If you can help me be rid of them, you'll be doing a great service to Stormreach. Alright, I'll help you get rid of the Sharn Syndicate. Your actions have left the Sharn Syndicate and Talondarms exposed, allowing my spy master to locate them. All that's left for you to eliminate Talon. It'll need to send the right message. Something public, perhaps? Yes. Killing him that way would be perfect. My spy master has already come up with an elaborate plan for how to do it. Meet Mad Hand Mulvaney in the northwest part of the marketplace. Very well, I'll talk to Mad Hand Mulvaney. Okay, I think I'm finally on track for the Sharn Syndicate. I was kind of feeling in the dark there, but I believe this is the end of the quest chain. Where is my innate resistance? That's... You're not doing a good job impressing me with all these bugs, DDO. Well, if it isn't that famous Dragon everyone's talking about, Cornlord Amanatu has really noticed you, and he wants you to take care of a problem. See, Talon Darson lives in a big house back in the tenements. Get rid of Talon and Lord Amanatu will be impressed indeed. Who's Talon Darson and why do you want him dead? Talon Darson... Talon Darson is the head of the Sharn Syndicate here in Stormreach. But with all you've done against them, Talon's desperate now. He's called a meeting to unite the Stormreach gangs under his syndicate. Cornlord Amanatu wants Talon taken out, in public, with everyone watching. The message to Sharn will be loud and clear. When you're ready, I've created a cover for you as a gang member. You can just walk into Talon's residence in the tenements and do the deed. Of course, getting out alive could be tricky. So be it. I'll eliminate Talon Darson and destroy the Sharn Syndicate. Okay. Hold on, let me check something real fast. Cornlord Amanatu has really noticed you, and he wants you to take care of a problem. See, Talon Darson... For some reason it's telling me there's no desktop audio. Don't know if that's true, and if it is, how to fix it. So... I don't know. Okay, gather the entire party near your Talon, so I'm not going to bother buffing up till we get there. There's a rest shrine.
A gruff voice drifts up from the The other gangs must have already arrived.
Make an ally out of one of the gang emissaries. Oh, Clan Nashtooth. This Talon human make me come all the way up from nice Clan Nashtooth sewer to this nasty place. You better offer much treasure. Pay 200 gold. Listen, I'm about to take down the Sharn gang. Here's 200 gold to do the smart thing and side with me. Nice. Yeah, 20 plots like nothing to me. Oh, and apparently I can only pick one gang. Maybe I should have tried harder. Still, casters are always nice to have with you. Okay, tell them why I'm here. Let's go ahead and buff up. Welcome, Dragon. You've made quite a name for yourself. In fact, some people in my organization have told me you're more trouble than you're worth. I, however, take a different view. We need people like you on our side to carry out our plans for Stormreach. And what are your plans for Stormreach? Right now, the city gangs are weak and disorganized. I intend to unite all the Stormreach criminal organizations together under one mighty force. Once that force is assembled, nothing in the city will be capable of standing in our way. Anyone who resists us will be killed. So my offer is simple, Dragon. Join us, or die. See, now my desktop audio is working. I don't know. You're the one who's going to die, Talon. I was sent here to kill you. Well, why would you just... Okay, whatever. Daze monster. Well, that's kind of rude. Okay. Well, it was nice of him to put a rest shrine right there. I don't really need it, but just in case. Okay. I think I saw a red named over here. Kill her. I thought I saw one. Maybe not. Okay. Stop making me kill dogs. It's not very nice of you. Oh. Syndicate. Syndicate bodyguard. There we go. Minotaur, I probably want to stay out of charging range.
Minotaur collapses where the flames smolder. You find a small chest clutched.
Guessing that's Bella's chest. That was probably a chest down here. Warrior's armor. I can't use it, but I'm curious what it does. Oh, Combat Mastery. Well, that's nice. Combat Mastery used to be super duper difficult. Apparently I'm robbing the kobold because I can. Being my ally doesn't mean much to me, I guess. Or maybe he died? I don't know, I don't see him. We're buggered off? It's hard to say. Okay. Loot and stairs that go nowhere. It's nice that the music changes when things are attacking me. It's like a spidey sense. Man, this Eldritch Cone is awesome. I kind of want to do Eldritch Aura though, because that seems super awesome. But it feels like I would need some kind of like actually build to make that work. Nice, because everything about it seemed like, you know, you get martial weapon mastery and can use heavy armor. And I'm pretty sure there's got to be something about all that. Okay. So expeditious. Blur. Lore master. Breaking all the barrels. Perhaps with a super obvious lever. Man, the lever economy in this game is unreal. Like, everyone gets the same lever. They use it for doors, they use it for chests, they use it for traps. Just, you know, why would you not use a lever? You throw daggers, I'll throw spells. There we go. Someone's still shooting at me. I can't see who it is. Looks like through that gate. Ow. Did you throw a fireball? Well, an acid ball. At like 3 feet away from you? Also, I have to figure out how to open that thing up. I'm guessing there's a lever somewhere, but I don't see one. Maybe I can go up and over? Yeah, I'm not seeing levers. Yeah, it's blocked for the door. Of course it is, because... Well, of course it is. Do I just go this way? Ow. Okay. Kind of lost. And I'm kind of taking a lot of damage. And I'm kind of not able to shoot them. Okay. So that's one problem down, I guess. Oh, there it is. There's a lever. Of course. Ah. Anytime there you run into a problem, there's always a lever that solves it. Sounds like someone's attacking me, but I don't see anyone, so they're either invisible. Oh, there it is. Okay. Chest is good. Stop shooting me. Okay. Okay. Dang it. I can hear you guys. Ah. Ah. Fucker. Hope she doesn't attack. Nice job. I guess the earlier reports about you were wrong. When you're ready, maybe back at the marketplace. That was probably a little risky, because if he had decided to attack, probably would have killed me off. I've already died like 8 times. Though, I'd still argue that none of those were legitimate. Because even the first one wouldn't have happened if I hadn't gotten bugged. But that's neither here nor there. 0 death run. I admit, I was wary of Lord Amanatu placing so much trust in you, Dragon. Just goes to show that the old Cordon Lord is no one's fool. I have 2 things for you. The first is a little reward. The second is a word of advice. Stay on Lord Amanatu's good side. Nice. Not interested in any of these, so I'll just grab something with value. Great. Okay. And now I think I go to Lord Amanatu, turn it in. Okay. I still have 1 action point. Yeah, I've still got like 7,000 XP, so I'm not close. Oh wait, I think I don't want to use it. Cause yeah, I'll get 1 there, but then the next one is level up, so I don't want to get the charisma bonus. Okay, jolly good show for killing Talon Darson. Without him, the Sharn Syndicate is falling apart. My city guard is rounding up what's left of them and tossing them in the dungeons. And as a final touch, I'm sending Talon's head back to Sharn. I'm sure the Boromar clan will get the message. The Sharn Syndicate is finished. There we go. And it looks like there is some decent stuff. At the very least, a nicked orb. So, the orb's been one of... Oh, it had impulse. I didn't even notice that. Okay, so +2 orb bonus is +2 to everything. Universal spell power. No, potency. +29 equipment bonus to individual spell power, so that's everything. +1 DC to all spells. Yes, please. Wizardry +60, +60 spell points. Yes, that's awesome. Let me see if there's anything else. So yeah, this is the kind of stuff. Minimum level 2, so nicked quarterstaff. These are actually better than I remembered. So they're +2, an extra 2d6 force damage, +4 to trip, and +3 to weapon damage. I think they might have been buffed. Nick longbow, 2d6 lightning damage, +3 to confirm crits, +3 weapon damage, nicked comma, +3 damage, 2d6 lightning. So yeah, you know, minimum level 2, but man, they're super good. So I'm gonna take a nicked orb. Universal spell power is just convenient. So let's repeat the quest arc. Okay. And I think, just based on my timelines, that's about all I'm going to be able to do today. I still got 1 enhancement point, but I think I'm going to need to save that for No Worse Fate when I hit level 6, because Immunity to Fear would be super useful, and Shaken's just handy, which would then put me at 18, then I get Charisma, which would put me at 20, then I can start getting stuff on this line, which is my healing. So that's something to look forward to. Okay, so let's go ahead and call it there for today. I've got a little bit of loot. Yeah, I probably should go sell just so that I can remember. I don't forget to do so next time. Okay. Don't need bark skin. I'm gonna hold on to stone skin. Okay. With that, I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys. And yeah, have a great day.